All right, all right. So, welcome to the upLIFT Tribe team call. I'm so excited about tonight. I've got some good stuff for you guys, hopefully. I was writing notes, like gearing up for this call today. And if you saw my last Instagram post, it's totally like a nugget of what we're going to talk about tonight, because I just I get on these kicks and I just start writing. And then I'm like, oh, this would be a good Instagram post. And then, it turns into like a million different things that are on my mind. But it's been really cool. Well, before I dive into the topic, let's first take a second to talk about all the amazing things that are going to be happening in November. So this is No Excuse November, guys. And I'm really, really excited because $20 off of the challenge pack, like that is an insanely good deal. So if you are not taking an advantage of this deal, you need to be. $20 off. This is going to help you guys get more towards Success Club, hopefully get that Step It Up November reward of being able to purchase the package with the actual step for Transform 20. And then also for anyone who is, really anybody on this call, Diamond and below, you can earn up to $200 in travel cash incentive through hitting Success Club. November, December, it was also part of October as well. And so that's a really big deal. That could potentially be, a hotel room. If you're sharing with a whole bunch of girls who are planning to go, that could pay for it right there. And then if you, got your summit ticket for $145, like that's an incredible deal, because a lot of people are spending a lot more on it in order to get to go. So definitely take advantage of that. And then also, just obviously getting to earn Success Club 5 towards your next program reward. So whether that is the hat or the backpack or whatever it is that you're getting ready to push towards. So, and then obviously for November, we also have Chris Downing's exclusive test group for the Shift Shop Proving Grounds. I'm really excited about that program. I've been doing some of the prep week workouts like just during my off days, and I really love them. If you were able to hop on the call with Chris Downing a few weeks ago, you heard him speak, and while not everything he said was like, I just kept being like, Jesus is that. But it was so cool just to hear how humble he is. And like, I was literally crying because just hearing him say like 2 years ago, I was broke. And it's because of Beachbody. It's because of you guys who are coaches who are getting this program into people's hands. Like my personal life has been changed. And just to hear that, and just to hear him say like, how this has literally changed his life was just so, so cool. And so, I don't know, that was just an awesome opportunity to get to hear from him on the program, but also just his own story. And so if you didn't get to hear that, it is on the upLIFT Tribe team page. And then also Patrice also posted it in Team Iron as well. So definitely check that out. And then obviously start talking to your people, gearing up, having a plan around the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. I'm like, how are we going to have a sale? We're already giving people 20% off of challenge packs. Like, guys, that's potentially saying you're getting Beachbody On Demand this month for free, because basically a bag of Shakeology is almost the price of $140. It's like $130. So you're basically getting Beachbody On Demand for a year for $10 this month. And so it's pretty much a no-brainer. And then obviously also a little more obsessed for all those people who love 80-Day Obsession, Amy. I liked it, but I don't know if I'd go for that one. But I think it's an incredible opportunity for those people that you had who really loved 80-Day Obsession, or maybe they're ready to do it again. This is an opportunity to just offer them something a little more exclusive. And then obviously your own personal upLIFT Tribe team calendar. I'm really excited about all the things happening this month. And I'm just pumped, y'all, about all that God's doing and just ending this year strong. So we've got our team call tonight. Obviously, we kicked off the Pursuing Rest Challenge and the Holy Hustle Challenge that started this past Monday. And then next week for me is going to really be focused on the push for the Make the Shift Challenge. And then I am planning to do a Holy Hustle Coach Sneak Peek that weekend. And then we will have a posted team training that following week, obviously with Thanksgiving the next day and then the Black Friday sale. And so really making it your goal. I mean, honestly, I would almost say try to make it your goal to hit Success Club by the 17th, just because we all know that with the holidays, people get busy. They're starting to, like, when Black Friday hits, they're thinking Christmas, you know? So they're not necessarily maybe wanting to spend the money on a challenge pack because they've really got to put that money towards their Christmas presents. So start trying to get those people now and get it locked down now so that you're not at the end of the month like scurrying to get people plugged into your challenge groups. And then obviously my Make the Shift challenge group is going to start on the 26th. You guys all have your different groups going on, but just wanted to put that in there so that you guys knew about mine, and then we'll have our team call that week as well. And that is it for the announcements. So let's just scurry back over here. All right, hopefully you guys were able to see all those things. I think my screen was sharing. Might not have been. So if it wasn't, just roll with it. Everything that I just talked about is in the upLIFT tribe. So there you go. All right, guys. So tonight we are talking about ending the year strong. Like, I can't even believe this is the topic because I feel like we just started 2018. Like, it seems like yesterday that Amy was messaging me about wanting to be in the 80-day obsession group. And now here we are gearing up for the end of the year. So pretty crazy stuff. I'm sure you guys feel the same way, that this year has just absolutely flown by. But this month, as you guys just saw, or if you didn't see, I just said, is No Excuse November. And I love that Beachbody named it this topic because we all know that November and December are hard months in this business. People are starting to put on their sweaters. They're starting to put on their sweatshirts. They are, you know, thinking less and less about what's underneath all of that. But the reality is, and the thing we hear all the time is that summer bodies are built in the winter. And so, you know, having this mindset of no excuse November, I really want us as a team to own that. And today I just got super fired up thinking about the opportunity that we have as coaches. I had an incredible call with a girl yesterday. No, that was this morning. And she was so sweet. She had worked with another coach before. And in talking to her, just hearing her story, hearing the struggles that she hadn't had a whole lot of support. She basically had been signed up and the girl had said, oh, you know, I'll check in with you. I'll send you messages. Like, I'll do all of these things for you. But she hadn't followed through. And so she had ended up joining my challenge group. And she said to me, she said, you know, it's sad, but every time that I think about, oh, I need to lose weight, I think, you know, oh, I'm going to go jump in this. And maybe if I drop $130, I'll automatically get results. And it just kind of made me aware of the fact that there are so many people out there who just don't want to put in the work. And there's so many people out there who just want to drop the money and hope that they see these results. And guys, that's not what this business is going to bring. We all know that. We learned that in our own health and fitness journey. If we want to see results, if we want to see change, we have to step up to the plate. You know, it drives me crazy sometimes. I'll be totally honest here and transparent, but sometimes in the Christian community, you kind of see two different things happen, right? You see people who are totally trying to do it on their own, right? They're chasing the stuff they want, materialism, all the things that they think are going to bring them happiness. And that's why they seek success, because they want the money or the fame of being, you know, sought after by other people or admired or whatever. But then you also see this whole other side of the spectrum of people being like, oh, don't chase success. It's bad. It's bad. And they almost become lazy. Like, okay, you know, I don't want to put in the work. God's going to lay the person for my challenge group on my front step. And like, that's how I'm going to be successful. If God has called me to this, then he will bring the people to me. And I'm not saying that like God's not going to bring the people or that you shouldn't be asking God for the eyes to see the people. But what I'm saying is that you're still going to have to show up and you're still going to have to put in the work, and it's still going to take mad action on your end. Because yes, has God given us the opportunities? Absolutely. Has he given us this responsibility? Absolutely. Has he given us everything that we need to be successful? Absolutely. But if you are choosing Netflix over spending time on your business, you're not going to see success. And we have to stop having this attitude. Yes, like you guys know, I'm like the preacher of surrendered effort, of like, hey, let's put in the work, but trust God with the results. But you've got to work like it depends on you, but know in your heart and believe 100% that it doesn't. And Michelle Myers actually said that quote in a She Works His Way training that I heard one time. But that's what it means to have surrendered effort, is to work so hard that you are working like it depends on you, but you know and believe that God has complete control. And when I've been walking through just prepping for pursuing rest, and Caitlin and I have talked about this a lot, for me, rest has meant something a little bit different than it has maybe for other people. Rest has really, what God's been doing in my heart over the past few months with rest is that he has been reminding me that rest really looks like trusting him with the future, trusting him with the outcome, trusting him with the results, resting in the fact that God has got it. But that doesn't mean that I don't just show up. That doesn't mean that I don't have to put in the hard work. That doesn't mean I don't have to plan. That doesn't mean I don't have to prepare. Can you imagine if our pastors and our preachers and our speakers at our churches like just got up there and was like, I have no idea what I'm going to preach on today, but I'm hoping God gives me some words. Like, obviously the Holy Spirit works through them. Amen. I believe that. But he also works through their preparation as well. They don't get up there and just, wait for God to bam, here you go. They prepare. Guys, they prepare all week for a sermon that they preach on Sunday mornings that maybe is an hour. They put in so much preparation. And yet, so many times in this business, we make so many excuses about why we can't do this. Oh, I had this going on this week. Oh, I can't tell you guys how many times I get on the call with coaches and I say, how's your week going? It's just been so busy. Guys, we're all busy. Like our world, we have way too much going on, but we're all busy. Every single coach who has been successful in this business and has left their full-time job, and maybe that's not your goal, I'm not saying it is, but like those people were busy. The mom, I actually met a girl at the She Works His Way conference. So cool to meet her. She is a homeschooling mom of 4 kids. She's a pastor's wife. She works this business. She's been in the business now for 9 years, but she just loves helping people. But she's making $3,000 a week for her family, a week. Her husband has been able to take lower paying jobs from the church. He's literally been able to tell the church that he's a pastor at, hey, you guys don't have to pay me as much as I might need if my wife stayed at home. But because my wife has been blessed in her business, we can take less money. And guess what the church gets to do? They get to turn around and use that money to do more things, missions and things with the youth ministry and just more outreach. Like, that's what I'm in the business to do. That's what gets me excited. But my point here is not in how much money she's making, but the fact that she doesn't have excuses. She has a lot going on. She actually doesn't even work out at home anymore because she literally is a homeschooling mom of 4 kids. And she was like, I have to work out somewhere else because it's literally the only time I'm away from my children. And so she does CrossFit, and she used To Be Mindset to reignite her business. And she runs these nourishment groups based on To Be Mindset. She doesn't even run fitness groups. But like, she has a no excuse mindset. She figured out what works for her. And that's the mindset we've got to have. That's what No Excuse November is about. It's not about saying, oh, like no excuses, like sounds really good and really pretty, but it's literally a mindset shift. And this is the mindset I want you guys to go into this month with. We have an incredible opportunity here at Beachbody to literally help people change their lives. Like, I need you to think about that for a second. Like, as a mom, think about all the things that your kids watch you do. There are moms out there who their kids see them just laying on the couch all the time, and they're so tired and have no energy that they don't play with them. They don't hang out with them. They don't even really spend a whole lot of time with them because they come home from work at 5 o'clock. It's dark outside. Their kids go to bed at 7:30, and they literally barely have time to make dinner. Maybe they stop at Wendy's on the way home. They get home, they all sit on the couch and watch TV, and they do absolutely nothing. And those are the women that we have the opportunity to help. to help them have more energy, to help them pick up their kids and say, let's go to the playground. Like, obviously, we can only do so much for people, but like, we have the opportunity to literally change their lives. We have the opportunity to help a mom get healthy who then helps their child get healthy. The obesity rate for children in the US is literally tripling every year. You guys can look around the classroom. I'm sure that you teachers who are listening to this call see it every day. And the opportunity here begins with us, guys. The opportunity to be able to help the mom who helps the child. Like, that is the opportunity that we have as coaches. And I want you to go into this month thinking, how can I help more people? The reality is that every single one of us listening to this call have a different personality and a different way of looking at this. We really do. And some of us are motivated by different things. Some of us need the numbers to push for, because otherwise we will be lazy and we won't push ourselves to the maximum level that we have and that we're capable of. Some of us need to look at it as lives changed. Some of us need to look at it as, okay, like, I am literally helping a woman change her life who then helps her family change their lives. Some of us need to set smaller goals so that we don't get discouraged. Like, wherever you are in the mindset, in the process, like, bring your goals to where they need to be. Because the reality is, if you don't have those goals, if you don't have those things you're shooting for, whether it's a smaller number that keeps you motivated or a bigger number that makes you push, or maybe looking at it and thinking of it as people's lives and writing their names down so that you remember that that's a life behind that number. I don't know what you got to do, but I know that you've got to set a goal. And as we head into the end of the year, you're going to get discouraged. I'm just warning you right now. You're going to get discouraged, especially when December hits. But guess what? The work you do in November and December is literally going to set you up for huge success come January. True story, I had one of the best months ever in my business in December of last year and January, just gearing up for the 80-day obsession. And that's what we're going to get with Transform 20. Now, I'm not saying get ahead of yourself, because Transform 20 is not here yet. And we got to focus on this month today. Today, we focus on Shift Shop and Live For and continuing to help people get plugged into those different programs. But start thinking about, what is that going to look like for you with Transform 20? Who are those people? Who are those women who said to you, hey, I would love to do one of your programs, but I just don't have time. Even a 30-minute workout is too long for me. Guess what? Now we got 20 minutes for you. And guess what? I'm going to knock $20 off of your package this month. Like, go back to that list and figure out who are those people. Christy Wright said this, and I feel like I'm jumping all around the place today, but hopefully this all comes together, Lord willing. Christy Wright said this quote. She said, using your gifts isn't selfish. When you use your gifts, people see God. I'm going to say that again. Using your gifts isn't selfish. When you use your gifts, people see God. And so as we head into November, guys, and we have this no excuse attitude, I want you to really think about the responsibility that you have as a coach. I told you guys, like, you have the opportunity to change people's lives. You have the opportunity to help a mom get fit and healthy, who then helps her kids get fit and healthy. But you also have a responsibility from God and a calling that He's given you these precious gifts. And maybe you have a full-time job and a family and all of that as well. And obviously we believe here on the Uplift Tribe, like, God first, family second, career, this is that next thing. But you've been given those gifts, and it's an opportunity for you to truly show people what God looks like to literally be a light into their lives. And so I just want to remind you guys of that tonight. So as we think about No Excuse November, I really want you guys to think about, how do you want to end this year? 2018 is coming to a close. We have 2 out of 12 months left in this year. Some of you set goals to be diamonds by the end of the year. Some of you guys set goals to be, emeralds by the end of this year. Some of you guys set goals to help other coaches get emeralds by the end of this year. And I want you to go back and I want you to revisit those goals that you set in the beginning of the year or the middle of the year, wherever you were in the process, because obviously some of you guys signed up in the middle of the year, but go back and revisit those goals that you had. Another amazing quote for you guys that I read, and I just love, and I think this so applies to us as coaches. Zig Ziglar said, "You'll get everything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want." You will get everything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want. And so when it comes to this business, obviously, at the end of the day, we want everybody to get Jesus, right? But at the end of the day, you will be successful in this business. You're going to see the fruits of your labor if you help enough people start to see those results. If you really help serve people and help them go from here to there in their health and fitness. And I just love that quote. And so as we head into the end of the year, I really want you guys to just be focused on the lives that you're changing and to remember like what your purpose and your calling is, and to work with that surrendered effort and to hustle, guys, like hustle for those goals. I don't want you guys heading into the end of this year just thinking, oh, well, it's cold outside and I just don't feel like doing it. And it's dark when I come home from work. And it's just, I'm tired at 6 o'clock because it's like it's 7 o'clock. Like, we have to be in such a hurry to help people hear about these programs that we're willing to stay up an extra hour if we have to, that we're willing to, go to coffee with someone, even though we really just want to go home and lay on the couch, that we're willing to, I'll be real with you guys. There's plenty of times when I don't feel like hopping on the phone with someone. Like, I've had that happen 2 days in a row. People have texted me and said, hey, can you chat really quick about XYZ? And honestly, everything in me has been like, I have stuff to do. But our job as coaches isn't to have that kind of attitude. Our job as coaches is to serve them. And, Jesus stopped himself. Like, if he was out and he was doing something and he was headed somewhere and he saw someone who needed help or someone cried out to him, he took the time to slow down and to listen and to be present with those people. And so I just want to encourage you guys to do that at the end of this year, to set yourself up for success as we head into 2019. I'm going to be reaching out to all of you guys to set up calls for us to really talk about what are your goals for 2019? Like, what do you really want to see happen in this business? And maybe like you kind of just want to help a few people a month. That's fine, guys. You know that I'm cheering you on either way. But maybe it's that you have a financial number that you would like to be able to hit because you want to go on a mission trip or you want to give more to your church. Like, I want you guys to start to think about this business that way. Think about it less as what is this going to give me and what can I do to glorify God and bring even more to his kingdom. Because I don't know about you guys, but that gets me excited. And we have an incredible leader in Michelle who plays that out every single day. I mean, Michelle, who, if you're listening to the call and you're like, who the heck is Michelle? Michelle Myers is my upline in the business. She's in the Millionaires Club, guys. And she's been in the Millionaires Club since before I was a coach. She had made over $1 million probably within 5 years in the business. And what did she do? She started 2 ministries with the money. And it's so cool to see how God has used her and her influence for his glory. And so I say all of that to say, I just want you guys to know how precious you are and how just the influence that you have on people's lives. And it's so easy to forget. The other day, I literally printed off a list of every person who had bought from me this year, because you can do that if you didn't know that. You can pull a report. And I just went through the list, and I was just thinking about all the different people and their stories. And I count it as a huge honor to be a part of their lives. And I literally went back through the list, and every day I've been trying to kind of message a few of them and check in and see how they're doing. But I want to encourage you to do that at the end of this year. Go back to those people, check in with them. How are they doing? Maybe they fell off the bandwagon. What can you do to help them? Maybe you start to pray about, God, what do you have for me in 2019? I've been praying that prayer the last few days. God, what does it look like in my business in 2019? Give me creativity. Is it starting this graduates group, because if you haven't noticed, or not graduates group, virtual gym, if you haven't noticed, I tend to get ideas and want to do them like that day. And I was telling Brian about the National Wake Up Call on Monday, and he's like, Caroline, you need to slow down and you need to really pray through this. And that's why I'm married to him, because I need to be told that. And so I was like, you're right. I do. I messaged Aaron today and was like, well, I was going to do it next week, but then Brian told me I need to pray about it. So now I'm praying about it. But it's easy to get distracted by all these ideas and all these things that people are doing. But taking the time, the end of this year, to really say, God, what do you have for me in 2019 in this business? What does that look like? Maybe it's starting this ongoing group where you're just constantly enrolling people into your community. Or maybe it's saying, I want to do things this way, or I want to do it on the tracker. I don't know what that looks like for you, but I just really encourage you guys to use the end of this year to get people plugged in for January. Help them take advantage of this amazing deal. Even if it's just like, hey, I know you mentioned you want to start in January, but I wanted to let you know that right now you can get $20 off. Why don't you ask your husband if he'll give this to you for Christmas? Like, that's an incredible gift. So just start thinking about the ways that you can use this to grow your business, but ultimately to help more people as we end the year. So that is all I got for you guys today. I would love to take any questions anyone has if you want to drop them in the chat box. That was so much shorter than I thought my notes. I mean, I guess I was just talking really fast, but I've had so many notes and I flew through it really fast. But I would love to talk through anything that you guys have, like takeaways or questions or thoughts or things that you're thinking about in your own business. You can unmute yourself if you have anything. Nothing? Nada? Well, y'all, I'm not even kidding. Let's make this the best month yet. Like, it's November. I'm not even saying it because I need you to. I'm just saying it because I think it would be awesome if this was like the best month we had in our team, and we just I don't know, helped so many people. I mean, what an awesome opportunity to be able to get $20 off of their challenge pack and literally get enrolled for $140. And I feel the momentum, and I really believe that God has big things. I just think we all have to step out in obedience. We've got to have those hard conversations. We've got to do the thing we're scared of. And so I just encourage you guys just to jump on board and really just run with this thing this month, because I mean, there are so many people who need this. And so, yeah, I'm excited. All right, guys. Well, that is all I got. Thank you so much for being on, and I hope you guys have an incredible week. If you hop off and you have any questions, shoot me a text. I'll be around all night. See you guys.